Welcome back, children. This is Nilofer ma'am, and today we are going to study the lesson 1.6 Alchemy of Nature. This is one of the shortest chapters of our textbook. This lesson compels us to imagine the beauty of nature. The title Alchemy of Nature is really interesting. Alchemy means magic. The nature around us is magical. The author Raksha Bharadya has used many examples to explain the magic of nature. The author explains what all we can learn from observing the nature around us. This fantastic chapter will change your perspective towards nature. What is alchemy? The word alchemy in the Middle Ages meant the changing of base metal such as lead into gold, something far more precious. Our consciousness can be at a low level or at a higher level. We usually feel better the higher it is. Perhaps the science of working on ourselves as we learn through life and gain wisdom is a form of alchemy. An alchemy of our invisible thoughts and feelings and our personalities so that our life force can flow through us ever more effectively as we play our part on life's stage. Alchemy was based on the belief that there are 4 basic elements in nature: air, fire, water, and earth. Alchemy was rooted in a complex spiritual worldview in which everything around us contains a sort of universal spirit, and metals were believed not only to be alive but also to grow inside the earth. Innumerable stars shine across the entire sky. Clouds take new shapes with every passing moment. Water, without hint of ego, changes its form according to the dictates of the sun and the wind. When we see a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, a flower turn into fruit, we experience the alchemy of nature, the magic of nature. The lesson begins with a quote of William Blake, one of the finest British poets who belonged to the era when poetry based on nature were written. He quotes, "To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour." What does he mean? Something as tiny as a grain of sand can spark off an idea or imagination of a huge significance to the world. Means a tiny grain of sand can compel us to imagine great things, like it is the residual part of a huge mountain. So, we should understand that very small and simple things should also be respected and not taken for granted. One can witness the experience and beauty of heaven in something as small as wildflower and derive joy forever. While traveling through the countryside, you must have seen wildflowers growing all around. No one has planted them nor nurtured, means taken care, but they bloom with all their might. A glance at them gives us a heavenly feeling. Only one should have the eyes and time to see it. Yes, we should really have those eyes and the time to look at them. Infinity is endless space, but your small palm can hold the destiny of Earth through your efforts. Infinity is the space across the universe. It is endless, but through our efforts, we can change the destiny, that is, the fate of the Earth. Eternity is endless time, but just an hour in your life can make a difference to the world forever. Means eternity is endless time. The small deeds of goodness done by us can change the destiny of the earth, like the service of Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Kailash Satyarthi, Malala, and many more will never be forgotten. So it is apt. Great deeds can surpass the limits of time and space. They never die. We instinctively turn to outdoor activities and nature as a way of relaxing and enhancing our well being. Nature soothes and nurtures. Nature fulfills and motivates. Nature whispers and commands. What does this mean? We turn towards nature when we need to relax and regain our energy to work. Nature takes good care of us. It fulfills our needs and also motivates us to keep on striving till we succeed. Nature whispers like a breeze and commands like a gale or storm. The author says, "Are you listening? When I do, it leaves me in complete awe." Here, the author asks us if we can really hear the call of the nature. If we can, then we will be totally surprised. Further on, she adds, "We have a hibiscus plant in our garden. Every fortnight, a flower blooms on it, big, bright, and tender. Through the day, it smiles with the sun and dances with the wind. But as evening approaches, it starts wilting. The morning after, it withers completely, and by evening, it falls and comes one with the earth again. The flower comes to life only for a day, yet it does so in full splendor. What if we too lived our life, however short, to its fullest?" Let's see what it means. Here she comes up with the example of the hibiscus plant. It knows that it has a very short span of life, but it does not compromise and blooms with all its might. So, we too should remember that however short period of time we might have, we should give our best. In the present situation, we can say that even though we have less resources for education, we should use these resources fruitfully to achieve success. Next para says, "We went to a rocky beach and saw the spread of the majestic ocean and the rocks alongside, carved, sculpted, and shaped by the water. Water is so gentle, rock so hard. Yet, as the water flows over it every day for years, the rock gives in. It takes the shape that the water commands. Our problems are so colossal and we are so small. Yet, if we persist, we will succeed." Let's see what actually it means. Here, the author shares with us her experience when she had visited the rocky beach and had seen the mighty ocean. She observed that the rocks alongside were carved and shaped by the water. Though water is so gentle, it had never given up, and with its continuous efforts was able to give the hard rocks its present shape. This example teaches us that if we persist, we can overcome all the odds in our life. So, we need to believe that we are positively going to sail safely across this pandemic of COVID-19. Next part says, we saw small bits of grass peeping through the small cracks in a concrete pavement. It left us thinking, however impossible things may look, there is always an opening. Means, we can see that the grass has no favorable conditions to grow, but still it survives. So, this example compels us to believe that there is nothing that we cannot achieve, or there is nothing that we cannot overcome. Well, we have completed the first half of the lesson and we will continue with it in the next module. Based on this first part, you are asked to solve the given assignment. First question, fill in the web. You need to fill the web with the answer to the question, what does nature do for human being? Second question, go through the first part of the lesson and complete the flow chart that highlights the life of a hibiscus flower. Third question, the writer explains the contrasting features of water and rock in the lesson. Write all the features of both water and rock in the given table. Let us wind up with a beautiful quote by William Shakespeare. One touch of nature makes the whole world kin. So, let the alchemy of nature heal your pain, relieve your stress, refresh your mood. God bless you.